Welcome back to Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS, presented by Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor.
Welcome back, everyone. Now, we're doing round-robin interviews over there at the Expo Center at the Pacific Northwest Sportsman Show. We just got done speaking with Scott Call quickly from Brad's, and Jared and Hunter Higginbotham from Yakima Bait. And I know that you're looking at this going, what the heck is it? I'm not even going to tell you. They're getting Bruce Pauly set up right now. We're going to talk about the Hatchery Resilience Program. It just still, I've been doing this a long time. It never ceases to amaze me the amount of pressure that our hatcheries are under, and thank goodness for the folks from the CCA and others that are helping protect our hatchery programs, because believe it or not, there are people out there that are trying to eliminate hatcheries. And just, what are we going to, what's going to be out there to chase fish around for? I mean, seriously, you got to think about that. 98% of all the fish that are caught on the Columbia are hatchery fish, for crying out loud. It's just insane what's going on out there. And when we get Bruce up and running, they're going to have me, well, at least they'll give me that information. But that's what we're going to talk about today. And if you are not familiar with that, it's easy to find out that information. All you need to do is go to the CCA's website, and I believe it's the ccaoregon.org or cca.org. It's easy to find, okay? Or ccaoregon.org. I got it right, though. I actually got that. But you can find all the information out of what that's about post our quick interview here with Bruce Pauly, and from what they tell me, they're just getting everything lined up with him. It is we're good. All right, we've got Bruce Pauly from the CCA Oregon. Finally, man, it has been forever. You are easily one of the most requested interviews, no matter what the topic happens to be, by the way. But it's good to see you. How you been?
I'm doing great. Good to see you again.
Well, you can't see me, so it's got to be kind of weird, huh?
Well, I was going to say, it's good to not see you again.
All right, well, we're going to talk a little bit quickly about the Hatchery Resilience Program. Can you tell everybody what that's about and how they can get involved?
Well, there's quite a bit of stuff going on with hatcheries. You know, there was a lawsuit against the summer steelhead on the North Santiam, and that's not a done deal. We're still working closely with ODFW and trying to work on getting that program resolved, get it worked out with the judge so that program can continue. That statewide hatchery resilience program, we were involved in that all the way through. That was an effort by the anti-hatchery people to try to have a way to get rid of hatcheries, and it ended up not working out the way they thought, because it really made ODFW and us work closely together to make sure that we had ways to make sure that hatcheries will be able to be maintained going forward. And actually, April 5th, I believe, is going to be a hearing about ODFW budget in Salem. And that'll be one of those times that we really want to have people show up and wear their CCA stuff and let them know that we support hatcheries and we want those hatcheries funded. So you'll be seeing more about that in our calls to action. And quite a bit of stuff going on hatcheries, and we're in the middle of all of it like usual.
Yeah, I mean, really, right on the forefront of all the issues that get brought up about hatcheries, of course, sea lions, and, of course, commercial fisheries on the main stem Columbia, which is never a discussion that goes away, Bruce, as you know. And recently there were some numbers, and not to change subjects, but I got to ask the question, but the numbers have come out of Washington where there were a tremendous difference between recreational fisheries and the commercial fleet on the amount of fish that were caught on the main stem Columbia. Is there anything happening currently with that, or any information that you might be able to give to the viewers that are out there that might want to learn a little bit more about that through the CCA?
Yeah, we just sent out an action alert on that. I think it might have hit people's emails in the last couple of days. If they were home on a snow day, they shouldn't be able to see it. And we're asking that you send an email specifically to Washington, to the director in Washington is Kelly Susswind. And if you fish the Columbia River, you really need to send him an email, because what's happened, we had the Columbia River reforms, as you know, as has been talked about extensively, but it's kept the gill nets off of the main stem for spring Chinook before the run-up date, which is what we were planning to do. But what we did to do that is we produced a bunch of spring Chinook to put into the terminal fisheries where they could catch them without hurting the wild fish in the main stem. And that's been successful as far as keeping them off the main stem, but the result is they've caught over double the number of fish that sport guys have caught on the Columbia River main stem. And in the middle of all of that going on, Washington, in order to try to force Oregon to allow gill nets back in the main stem, is holding hostage about 20% of the spring Chinook they could allocate that Oregon has already allocated to sport fishing, but Washington's holding them hostage. And I was going to joke and say, well, everybody else is releasing their hostages. Get Washington to release our hostage fish. So that's I hope somebody will like that joke. But yeah, that's a big thing. And that was probably the key thing in our action alert. We're going to be doing more on that. We're talking to ODFW. I talked to a couple of their commissioners yesterday here at the show, and we're talking to the new director. She's been great. She's met with us quite a bit. She was on our statewide Zoom call as our guest a couple of weeks ago. So we're very happy with the new director of ODFW, and we're working closely back and forth. They need us to help them with some of these hatchery programs that they want to keep going, and they need to have funded. And so we put our political work on, and our lobbyist has been working with, like, for instance, on the Siletz River, Mike Kelly and the Siletz anglers down there. We're trying to increase the number of winter steelhead planted in the Siletz, and we got some politicos down in that area to really push to help get that through, and it looks like ODFW is going to be able to get that increase made on the Siletz River.
Well, we can only hope, Bruce, and we all thank you for the efforts of the CCA, all the volunteers, yourself included, on trying to keep that in the forefront of everyone's mind of what's going on. And this is an easy opportunity, everyone. When you go down to the Sportsman Show, go find Bruce. He's somewhere over there by the Edge Rods booth. You can't miss that one. And if you've never signed up for the CCA, or maybe you're just trying to figure out if it's something that you want to get behind, what Bruce has just explained are two very, very important topics, but it's just two. They've got countless different issues that they are on the forefront of for helping all of us, the fish included, of course, to get out there and have some more fun and more opportunity. But Bruce, as always, thank you, sir, for spending a few minutes with us. We'll see you this afternoon.
Okay, sounds good. See you then.
Thanks again, Bruce. That's Bruce Pauly from the CCA Oregon. If you get the chance, go shake his hand, go meet him, find out what the CCA is all about. And if it turns out that that's not a group that you want to associate yourself with, fine. Find another one. We just need all the help that we can get. Believe it or not, there is so much money, so many people out there that are on the wrong side of this issue, trying to eliminate hatcheries. If we don't have the manpower, the people power, we could very well lose all of that. Just imagine what that would do to this region. Billions of dollars are already being lost. Just imagine if it was gone. With a B. Just saying. All right, we're going to cut to a break. When we come back, we're going to have John and Lynn Haxton, or Lynn Haxton. We're going to have the Haxtons from Haxton's Canvas and Upholstery in just a couple of minutes. And then following that, we're also going to have Junior from Fisherman's Marine.
Outdoor GPS is brought to you by Yakima Bait, steeped in tradition, innovation, and fishing success. Procure Bait Sense, ruthlessly effective. And by North American Metals Incorporated, first choice for all your metal roofing and siding needs.